Horse coming at it. Bowler over on the far side. Bowler just in front. Rockin' Horse is in for the fight. Bowler and Rockin' Horse, they hit it. Bowler.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Final Gallop. It is episode 298 and as always is proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. Today we're going to preview our Saturday runners for Doomben and also a talented 2-year-old filly we have heading to Royal Randwick. Firstly, it's a big welcome back to trainer Tony Gollan after a Fiji freshen up. How was it watching from afar?
Yeah, it was good. It was great. Fiji was terrific. We had a great time, Jane and I and the kids. Absolute ball over there, so they were very hospitable, as they always are, the Fijian people.
Yes.
Just watched them in the sevens this morning, a couple of pool games. So, no, it was terrific. Nice and fresh now, ready for a very, very busy finish to the season here in Brisbane. Obviously, some of our spring teams starting to head away.
Okay, before we get into our preview, let's announce the winner of our latest promotion with the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. The prize is a degustation dinner for two at the Apron Restaurant at the Pullman Brisbane Airport. Okay, Tony, who is the winner?
Rob Cowan. Well done. Enjoy the degustation.
Yes.
A mouthful for that, Claire, wasn't it?
There was a little bit of a mouthful.
Enjoy the degustation. I'm sure Alex and his team out there will have something very, very yummy on your plate, that's for sure and certain.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Rob. A representative of the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group will be in contact with details on how to collect your prize voucher. Okay, our first runner on Saturday will be at Royal Randwick at 11:20 a.m. The rail is in the 12-metre position for the most part. The track is currently a soft 5 with a fine day forecast. Race 1 is the Ranvet Handicap for the 2-year-olds over the 1100 metres. We have Barbie's sister running in this, 57.5 kilos. Tommy Berry on board, barrier 8. She's currently paying $4.60 to win and $1.55 for the place. She's a full sister to Outback Barbie, who won the listed Cowell Girl at the summer at her second start, returns in and sneaks another race as a 2-year-old and does come off a dominant trial win a couple of weeks ago. Yeah,
we've had a good while to prepare her for this race. The options, the reason we're in Sydney, the options here in Queensland at the short course for the 2-year-olds was non-existent. So we've seen this race in Sydney some time ago. I've been able to give her a great preparation for it. I've had her in work quite a while. Last trial was really dominant here. She's won by a good space and she had a nice hit out and she just improved nicely off that.
Yep.
So she goes there as fit as we can get her fresh up without racing for a while.
Okay.
Wide rail at Randwick, I'd imagine might play a little bit on speed and that'll suit us. She's a nice fast filly. Initial reports that she's travelled to Sydney overnight. She's got there, hasn't even tucked up on the trip. So she's settling in really well down there and I, for one, quite excited to see her run there Saturday.
Absolutely. Okay, now onto our preview for our runners at Doomben. The rail will be in the 2.5 metre position. The track is currently a soft 5 with mostly sunny days ahead. Should be racing on a good surface, you would think, on Saturday.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's a good 4 there at Doomben. The track's racing well. It's going to have to punch above its weight for the next few weeks, that's for sure. But it's in good order. This is our notoriously dry period of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, if everything goes to normal plan, we don't get a lot of rain. This track's race really fair, few lanes in them. So I think the track will race really fair. There'll be tempo related, horses getting the right run.
Okay. We kick off our runners in race 2, which is the Class 3 plate over the 1615 metres with Madame Odette. She'll carry 58 kilos. Jimmy Orman rides barrier 9. She's currently paying $2.30 to win and $1.28 for the place. Has been a fast finishing and close second at her past 2 starts, both over the mile. Should appreciate the good racing surface and she should hopefully get some luck from the gate. Yeah,
well, she probably should have won 2 weeks ago. She just got taken in the wrong path and should have been the winner. A little bit of a sticky draw at the mile here, but she can settle mid to back. It's no big deal and just get moving at the right time. She's definitely found the right race. She's been sort of punching through the carnival at those lesser type races, and now carnival's over. A mare like her, you'd imagine she's really ready to rock and roll. She's in good order, great shape, and she's very well placed.
Okay, we head to race 3, which is the benchmark 68 handicap over the 1350 metres. Set to shine, runs 58.5 kilos with Angela Jones on board. She's drawn barrier 3. She's paying $3.80 to win and $1.80 for the place. 2 very close second placings followed by a strong win last start. Likes the track and has drawn well for this race.
Another mare beautifully placed now at this stage of the carnival. She won that nice midweek race on what was a very testing track at Eagle Farm the other day. So the 1350 around Doomben on better ground is right up her alley. She's a forward-running mare. She'll put herself in a nice position on speed. And yet again, she's beautifully placed, well-weighted, gets a chance.
Okay. Race 5 is the open handicap over 1,350 metres. Devastate will run in this, 55 kilos. He'll be ridden by Angela Jones and will jump from barrier 7. He's paying $4.60 to win at the moment and $1.55 for the place. Has a second run for our stable on Saturday. Loomed to win the Rockhampton Cup over the mile last start, but just found out over the last furlong, and the drop back to the 1350 you think would suit him?
I do. New horse to the stable. First run for us was in the Rocky Cup, and he was a good space from that Eagle Farm run into that Rocky Cup. So he probably just peaked late. He was there to win and just struggled. And I know he's won at a mile, but I think this distance to 1500 really suits him.
Okay.
So we decided to give him that extra run. We've brought him back home. He feels nice and fresh. He's really started to settle in here in the last 3 or 4 weeks. Took him a good couple of weeks when he came to settle into the routine, and now he's right up and about. He feels great. Mile back to 1350, coming back from Rocky. Is it a concern? I don't think so. Okay. I think with his pattern, he's found the right sort of open. He's placed well. He's a horse that generally loves getting his toe into the ground, but these are winter good fours here, so they're not firm tracks. So I expect him to be very, very competitive. His price is already in shorter than that quoted there. He's already come into the market, and I wouldn't expect he'd get out at all. I think he'll stay quite firm in the market, and his price will reflect his chance.
Okay. We jump to race 7 now, which is the 3-year-old Colts and Geldings handicap over 1,200 metres. We have Invincible Shield running in this with 59 kilos. Angela Jones rides barrier 5. He's currently paying $1.70 to win and $1.14 for the place. He's a very promising colt, having won his past 3 starts all at Doomben. Last start was over the 1,110 metres, and he should appreciate the rise back up to the 1,200 metres and a likely good track. Absolutely.
He ran super time the other day. It didn't look as visually as impressive as what it might have, but the overall times were very, very good on the day. He was the best, I think. He's a really nice colt. Stepped at 1,200 suits him. The fact there's a few speedy sort of horses here that run really short races is ideal for him.
Yeah.
He can just take a trail. He's not a leader. He's a horse I think would be better. I know he's led and won. That was sort of by default in worse races. This is the race I really like for him. He's 2 weeks into this rather than a month he was previously. He should just jump and find a lovely spot on the back of the speed, and you should see a really good turn of foot here. He's well above average. He's very well placed. He's shorter than that quote already as well. I'd expect him to be, well, he's my best chance on the card, and you'll see why on Saturday. Okay.
Race 8 is the cutest 3-year-old fillies handicap over 1,200 metres. We have 2 runners in this. Rose Noir is the first one we'll talk about, 55.5 kilos with Nikita Berryman on board, barrier 6. She's paying $18 to win and $4.80 for the place. An improved run last start for second at Ipswich on a heavy track, returns to the track of her maiden win and a more favourable racing surface.
Yeah, I think so. I think a better surface for her. I think she'll run really well. Whether she's genuine Saturday grade or she's more Wednesday grade, I'm not sure. But I do think this 3-year-old fillies race, I think the Colts race is a stronger race. I think this is a step down compared to that race. It's a step up from where she's been racing.
Yep.
She's an each way chance.
Okay. Second runner we have a Spiritual Song, 55 kilos. Angela Jones rides barrier 1. She's paying $9 to win and $3 for the place. Was very strong winning on debut over the 1,000 metres. Steps up to 1,200 metres, drawn the inside, which will help her at Doomben.
Really nice filly. If you can get the 1,000 at Eagle Farm, you'll generally get 1,200 around Doomben. Low draw helps, lightweight, jumps, puts herself on speed somewhere, gives herself a chance. She's got a bit of depth to her pedigree, this filly, and she's just continued to improve throughout the prep. I'm really happy with her. She's a genuine winning chance.
Okay, so she's on top out of the two.
Yeah, I think so. I find that race hard to assess. I think it's a bit all over the place. I think both of ours are well weighted, and they're both going to get the right runs off low draws. So, but I will put her on top. I think she's a good filly, Spiritual Song.
Okay. Race 9 is the No Metro Wins handicap over 1,200 metres. Another race we have 2 runners in. Hurt So Good will carry 57.5 kilos in this with Jimmy Orman on board, barrier 20. He's paying $5 to win at the moment and $2 for the place. He is coming off 3 consecutive wins, made all the more impressive given that they were 3 different tracks and varying conditions. The challenge he does face this start is the draw.
Yeah, it is a challenge. Just starting to get a bit of continuity with him in a prep, and desperate for those low draws. If you remember him early in the prep, we're always scratching off wide gates. So whether we go or not, I want to really look through this and my options today. So he's a maybe go, maybe not. The wide draw doesn't worry me, just a big field and the wide draw does worry me. You have to get back a long way. Whether he can get through them from there, that concerns me. But he's a really promising horse. He's definitely Saturday grade, but this gate makes life pretty tricky.
Okay, the second runner we have is I See You Coming. He's eating his hay at the back of the box there. 55 kilos with Angela Jones riding, barrier 8. He's paying $4 to win and $1.75 for the place. His third up now for his preparation after 2 close placings. Last start was at this track and trip and he drops significantly in weight.
Yeah, he does. He just got caught in the wrong part of the track the other day. No fault of Angie's. He get the low draw and he just lobbed into a spot. She had no choice but to go underneath. He was terrific. He's in good form. He's in good order. You know, he's just got to get the right sort of run in transit. He maps well off his draw. She's riding well. He's a nice, positive, forward-ridden horse. So he ticks all the boxes. He looks really hard to beat in this No Metro.
How are you going to split those two?
Just from the gate, him.
Okay.
Ability-wise, the other horse got really good ability, but I think off gate 20 is going to be too big a task for him.
Okay, fair enough. We are into the final furlong of this week's Final Gallop. Who do you think your best Metropolitan winning chance is on Saturday?
She's got a good team in. Nice strong team in at Doomben. It's my favourite racetrack. Invincible Shield's my best winning chance. I love him. He's a really nice horse. He's a very progressive horse and we haven't got to the ceiling of him yet and that'll be evident on Saturday.
Okay, and your best each way chance?
Each way? I'll toss up a few. We haven't got a big lot of each way prices, to be honest, the ones I really like each way. I could say Spiritual Song in the fillies race. He's a big step made into Saturday grade. I could say her, but I'm going to go Barbie's sister. She's getting out to each way sort of 480, I think, price now in Sydney. Her and I'll put in Set to Shine. Okay. I think I've got 2 good each way chances. Okay, your best track worker this week? Barbie's sister was grateful she went away. I loved Invincible Shield's work. He works solo. He's a very fit horse now and just went through his gears super nice. So, you know, I think her Set to Shine worked really good in company as well. Okay. She was in good nick. She's a chunky little girl, but she's nice and fit now.
And your best at the provincials? We've only got Toowoomba on Saturday night.
Yeah, and the draws aren't out, and he's probably a horse that would need a kind draw in the right sort of race that's going up there. So I think we'll just stay away from the provincials this week. Been a happy hunting ground for us when we go there, but we'll stay away from provincials. We'll just concentrate on Randwick and Doomben. Okay, and your winner for the week? We only had the one. Yeah. It was a bit of a up and down sort of day with a few twists and turns at Eagle Farm last week. So out of control. And it was great to see him win, especially for Troy Smith, North River Junction guys in the horse. See those colours win again was great. Bred the horse, I trained the mother. Yep. You know, it was just terrific to see that horse win. So absolutely. And he's a horse that you'll be able to follow. When he goes to town over 1400, you'll be able to follow him. Okay. Now it is time for Cav's Corner, which is supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. No luck for Cav last week with his multi, so he's gone back to the drawing board. Let's see what he's got for us.
Welcome to Cav's Corner for this week. This week we've ventured to Doomben. This week we'll go Set to Shine, a win, into Invincible Shield, a win. Not much value in the second horse, but a win-win, who cares? Good punting, guys.
So he's gone Set to Shine, a win, into Invincible Shield, a win.
Yeah, I like it. Yep. Right price. I think she's $384, something like that. Set to Shine. Yeah. Into him at the $1.60, whatever he is at the moment. Yep.
Just don't tell Sean Buckley.
No, not the second leg. He won't let you down that colt. No. He's good to go.
That's at least one thing. Good luck on Doomben on Saturday, Tony. Tony, our last Saturday meeting of the season. Yep, last Saturday meeting of the season, which we'll do probably a bit of a recap next week on the season. It's been another long but fruitful season for all the team here. Looking forward to rounding it out on the weekend and next Wednesday. Yep. We round it out, but I'm sure we'll talk more about that next Thursday. Absolutely. Best of luck to everyone.